This video is about strategies you can use to improve your writing. Before we begin, I want to emphasize something really important. Writing is a skill, and therefore it can be improved. Like any skill, improving your writing takes time and practice. And as much as I would love for you to watch this video and be magically transformed into a brilliant writer, it's not going to happen. But if you put in the effort and believe in yourself, you'll improve your writing. Before I start working, I always do two things: get comfortable and reduce distractions. Firstly, writing is a slow process that requires concentration. So I change into my comfiest clothes and go to a quiet place where I won't get interrupted and shut off anything that might distract me. The next thing I do is pick a topic that I am passionate about. Brainstorming time. I'll focus my interests and the themes in the course and try to find ways to connect them. Privacy, freedom of speech, and intellectual property. The next thing you need to ask yourself is, okay, how can I connect these? Let's start with music. I stream music online using Bilibili. I have tons of questions about intellectual property, like how's this even legal? How they collect royalties? How do the songs get uploaded, and so on. Basically, I brainstorm until I've got a topic that I'm interested in and that's related to the course. For now, I'll take these ideas and make a rough outline, which is important in guiding my research. First, I'll write down the topic Bilibili and intellectual property. This isn't going to be the title of the blog. I'll come up with that later. But for now, I refer to my brainstorming session and come up with some possible headings. Now, this list didn't just magically appear. You just have to be persistent. Notice that I haven't said anything about my introduction or conclusion yet. How can I write them when I don't even know what my finished paper is going to look like? They are usually the last thing that I write. Okay, on to the research. Although it's tempting to do so, don't just copy from Baidu. Head to the source. As for me, I'll go to the Bilibili website and dig around for information. Later, if I need to know about copyright law in China, I'll just look up the bill by searching online. I'll make sure my sources are credible and of high quality. Once I've got my sources and made detailed notes under each section, I have to write my draft section by section. I read over all the notes I have in each section, and I start to rearrange them and write sentences. Often I have a hard time making sentences flow. When this happens, I just force myself to write something down because I know this is only a draft and I'm going to come back and revise it later. After finishing my draft, I sleep on it and check it the next day with a fresh mind and perspective. Revision time. I start by looking at my post as a whole. Does the order make sense? I rearrange chunks of my text. Once I'm satisfied with the order, I start looking at each of the sections more carefully. Finally, I drill down on the paragraphs and sentences. The final step in the process is proofreading. I carefully reread my post to make sure I've crossed my T's and dotted my I's in my sentences. Then I get a friend to read it over and give me critical feedback. Once I've integrated their feedback, I go through and self-mark my blog against the rubric and make final revisions. That's how I write a blog. I really hope that you found this video helpful and that you can take away some useful strategies, put them into practice, and see your writing skills improve day by day. Happy writing!